bright light on today, and I don't think I'm ready to move like crazy. But while we wait for one of our regulars, let's do just a couple warm-ups, the lighter warm-ups again. And if you're newer, you'll probably get a little sore the first week or so because you are releasing a lot of tension around your heart, but also using these muscles in a new way that we normally don't use. So let's do a little bit of stretching. It'll also warm up our spine, which keeps our cerebral spinal fluid healthy and moving. That fluid sends all of the messages from our brain to our body about how to move and how to think and how to feel. Even our emotions are secreted with things like hormones. So let's do just like a minute or so. We'll bring our fingers in front of our shoulders and our thumbs behind. Our arms are parallel. And we are going to inhale as we twist left and exhale as we twist right. On the inhale, you can think Sat. On the exhale, you can think Nam. And really listen for your breath. Lead with your heart, but take your head with you. Try not to twist your neck. And inhale, center. Suspend the breath, apply the root lock. If you're not familiar, that means squeeze your rectum, sex organs, and navel in and up, pushing the energy up your spine. And relax. So we will do spinal flex now. We're going to grab our shins with our hands, and we're going to inhale as we flex forward and exhale as we round our spine back, trying to keep our head parallel. So inhale forward, exhale back, all in the spine. Inhale Sat, exhale Nam. Again, listen for your breath. Inhale forward. Suspend the breath. And relax. And so the last warm up that I think is so good, and this helped me so much the first couple weeks I was doing this, is the one where we sit on our knees and we clasp our hands behind us and we stretch our arms out back. And we inhale on the up and we exhale as we bow down and press your third eye to the floor. Sometimes that feels really good for me. So exhaling down, inhaling up, stretch your arms, stretch, stretch, stretch. You'll stretch your chest muscles this way. Stretch more. Do 3 more wherever you are. And suspend your breath. Apply the root locks. Stretch the arms back. Really give yourself a nice chest opening stretch. And relax. And so doing all those exercises without any music, learning to listen to the sound of our breath, it does help us tap into our own subtle body and our own subtle sound. And that is kind of like an exercise to help you tap into your own inner voice. Because I don't know about you, but I have definitely silenced my inner voice quite a few times in my life. But one time in a class, actually in a workout class, the instructor said something I will never forget. And she said that we spend 99% of our life hiding the answer from ourselves. So you know, and your inner voice knows. And it's okay if sometimes you don't want to listen to it or it doesn't tell you what you want. But as you start to tune into your breath, you can feel it more in your body. When I take a deep inhale, my chest rises. I feel something kind of buzzing in my chest. You become much more in tune to your body and your breath and your sound. And you'll become much more attuned to your body, breath, and sound out and about in the world. You'll start to know when something feels good, when something feels right. You'll start to listen to your intuition that says like, oh, I should not go to that. And then you run into someone special because you avoided the event that you were supposed to go to, and something happens because you've bumped into that person. Or I need to turn this way instead of that way, and then maybe you find a parking place. So we are learning to tap into not just our subtle body, but our subtle sound. So we listen to our voice as we speak, but there's all sorts of parts of us speaking to us, trying to guide us along on the right path. So that is something that I've been learning to focus on. Short story. I was living in China and I had this crazy sense of anxiety. I'm not typically that anxious. And I left and everybody thought I was crazy. I had just moved to China a couple months before. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but something just feels like something horrible is going to happen. And I left 3 weeks before COVID hit China. And I was so grateful to not be there. So I have been listening to my intuition for a little more than a year now, no questions asked, but I'm learning to tap into the more subtle frequencies of my intuition. Like, what is my breath telling me? What is my body telling me? Because our bodies have a lot of signs for us as well. When we feel well, when we don't feel well, it's just here to help us. It's like our angel, our guide also. So let's tune in. We'll get to meditating. You guys know the drill, but for anybody that is following along on email replay, in Kundalini, we always tune in with this mantra on the left. We'll tune in with this mantra 3 times. And it's just invoking our higher selves or our angels if we prefer to work with angels, our guides if we prefer that, God if we prefer that, but also God in its highest form is you and your higher self. So let's rub our hands together, create some energy. Bring that energy into our heart center. Close our eyes. Inhale. Exhale, relax your shoulders and root your sits bones down into the earth. And inhale to tune in with me. Suspend the breath, send the energy up the spine, and tap into how your subtle body feels here now. Exhale. And now we'll chant the mantra on the right 3 times. Inhale. Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name, Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name, Adgare name, Jugadgare name, Satgare name, Siddhi Gurudeve name. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Apply the root lock. As we send energy up our spine, we also clear karmas and samskaras from past lives. So getting all the help we can take. And exhale. So I can't even remember my days. I think it was yesterday I had us do the first exercise to a different mantra. That was very challenging for my brain. We're not doing that today. So today we're not even going to listen to Hari Jeevan. We're going to listen to ourselves again. So we are falling in love with the sound of our own voice. If you're deep in the Kundalini scene, you know sometimes we sleep to mantras. And they say that the best, most effective way to do that, even sleeping with a mantra on loop, is to record it in your own voice, because nothing will program your own subconscious like your own sound. So, and all of these mantras are just high vibration sound codes that program us with beautiful things like ecstasy or releasing anger, etc., etc. So imagine yourself telling yourself that it's safe to do that. So our elbows are in at our sides. And we're pointing our index and middle fingers up. I'll talk about them some other day because I love the planets that these represent. And then our thumb is holding the other fingers down. And our eyes are gazing lightly at the tip of the nose. If that's challenging for you, let it feel like you're just about to fall asleep. And you'll bring the fingers to touch in front of the heart. You'll swoop them out to a 45-degree angle as you chant HUD. That's the infinite creative force of the universe. So you can create anything with that mantra. So you're going to swoop out powerfully, really retract your shoulders, and chant HUD as you pump from the navel, your power center. Eyes at the tip of the nose. We're only here for a few minutes. Let's begin with our own mantra, okay? Let's chant together. HUD, HUD, HUD. HUD, 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 hud. Inhale, open. Retract the shoulder blades, squeeze that heart and present it forward. Hold the breath, hold the posture, and exhale. Inhale up the spine. Suspend the breath, apply the root lock, sealing the perineal floor and squeezing the energy up. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Suspend the breath and hold. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your shoulders, squeeze your fingers, and relax. Okay, I promise we'll get some music now. So our second exercise, it has to be practiced for a minimum of 31 minutes. Get comfortable, set yourself up if you need a cushion, if you need a blanket, if you need a sip of water. I think I need a sip of water or coffee. And it says, so the instructions that explain this meditation say that the only version of the song you're supposed to listen to is one we do about half the time. Sometimes I'm a rebel and I switch it up, but we're gonna go with the OG version today. It's a man named Gyonji. So our elbows are in at the side, our hands are cupped like we're working with the element of water, which helps us to cleanse our emotions. These cupped hands are on top of our knees. And with each line of the mantra, we are going to bring our arms up, still cupped, and act as if we're throwing water behind us. So the mantra is Waheguru, 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 Wahejio. You'll catch on fast. I think you've all done this before anyways. And we are here for 31 minutes with our eyes closed. Let your mind go where it needs to go if that feels right. Maybe you run through your past lovers and you thank them, you forgive them, you think about the lessons they've taught you. Maybe your mind takes you to a relationship with a family member. Maybe your mind, when it wants to wander, your soul says, no, we want to sit and be present and we want to try to not think about things. So you know better than I do. Listen to what feels right. Arms on top of the knees, eyes closed, and let's begin.
Hare ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿ ਜੀਓ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿ ਜੀਓ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿ ਜੀਓ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀਓ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿ ਜੀਓ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
Keep going. We're in the home stretch, I promise.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿ ਜੀਓ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ
And inhale the arms back. Perfect the posture. Hold the breath. Keep the hands cupped. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold the posture. Exhale. Inhale. Suspend the breath. Stretch the arms back more, opening the heart center. Project your energy up your spine to your heart. Hold the posture and exhale. Inhale. Suspend the breath. And see if you can feel your inner voice, your inner subtle body. And exhale. We usually don't do this, but shake your arms. My arms are really tired today. And what that does is it disperses the energy and the mantra we just chanted throughout our arms, throughout our cells, and throughout our aura. So take that energy and just put it to good use. And then when you're ready, you can relax, We can stay on this call and have a chat about how everybody's life is going. I know a lot of you have reached out to me to tell me about your situations in love and your family, how this meditation has been affecting you. If not, no worries. I know it's Saturday and we have things to do. Also, it's also pretty early. I don't know what else we're going to do. I'm in Los Angeles where everything is closed and nothing opens before like 10 or 11 anyways. So I'm happy to stay on and chat with anyone. I love you all. We'll still close our meditation container as we do in all Kundalini practices with may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. We'll inhale and chant 3 long Satnams together. So inhale with me. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Love to all, light to all, peace to all. I love you all. Sat Nam. Maybe. I think you should be able to unmute yourselves. Actually, maybe not.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I cannot stay, but I hope you guys have a great time. Bye.
Oh, and now I need to turn my volume up. Hold on, let me turn this on. Hey, it's like a Saturday morning party. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if this is going to happen because it's kind of a short timeline, but I would love to host like a retreat or a workshop over Valentine's Day to kind of like debrief, but bring in all kinds of practices for love and relationships because Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday. So I'll let you know if I plan something. I was looking at a house in Santa Monica to do it in. The inside of the house is really beautiful and it's a really expensive house, but the outside is very sketchy looking. So I don't know how I feel about that. And then second, also the universe has conspired in so many ways to, I keep meeting people that own different parts of this resort in Costa Rica. It's very cool. The rooms are these little hobbit huts. They're supposed to be igloos, but they're covered in grass. So I'm thinking of planning a retreat there in March and April as well. And I'm going to refresh my Vinyasa certification. So if you know anyone interested or you have thoughts or things that you want to see, or you want to come to Costa Rica, let me know. Let's cross our fingers we could all make it there. Does anybody want to share about things coming up with them? Because people have been reaching out to me to share about any sort of relationship things popping up in their sphere. And like I said in one class, it's way easier to play basketball when you have a basketball court and a basketball and people to play with. And so when we do these meditations, the world kind of configures to give us a basketball court to learn the meditation. So it's like, oh, you're meditating to clear the energy of past lovers, or karma, let me set up your life so that all of a sudden those situations come to you so that you can learn not just in meditation, but in the real world of Earth as well. So anybody wants to share? Oh, let me stop recording, first of all, for anybody who does the recorded class.